Hey, what's going on, family? Michael Cabradilla right here in sunny San Diego, California. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Once again, we have been reading through this book right here, 100 Simple Secrets of Happy People, what scientists have learned and how you can use it. We want to be happier people for our communities, for our family, for our business partners, our coworkers, whoever it is that we're around. If we can bring more happiness into the world, we can make a difference, right? So we're in chapter number 65. And chapter 65 says, help the next person who needs some minor assistance. So typically what we do is we read through the chapter, it's less than 2 pages, share some insight, maybe pose a couple questions, but we would love for you to continue with our conversation, put some comments in the comment section, and we'll go from here. So giving help is a win-win situation. So take the time to pay attention to your surroundings and offer the help that you can. It could be as simple as making a habit of holding the door open for the person coming in behind you. It's a gesture of friendliness that makes another person feel better and makes you feel good about yourself. Stacy moved to the Midwest from the Northeast and quickly noticed that people in the Midwest seemed to be in the habit of being courteous drivers. If you were stuck trying to get out of a parking lot with a mile-long procession of cars in front of you on the main road, people in the Midwest would stop and give you room to pull out. Based on their example, Stacy got in the habit of letting cars out when traffic was backed up. Stacy liked this friendly approach to life and soon received a dramatic example of its value. After letting a car out in front of her, Stacy soon had to pull over to the side of the road because her car was making a strange noise. The driver she had let out saw her pull over and followed her. Sounds creepy real quick, right? But the other driver, sorry about that. The other driver asked Stacy if she needed any help, and after a brief investigation concluded that Stacy had just run out of gas. He gave her enough gas to get her to a station and told her how nice he found people in this part of the country. She gave him her telephone number, and 1 year later, they were married. Wow, I didn't see that. From creeper to getting married. That's awesome, right? Life satisfaction was found to improve 24% with the level of altruistic activity. Wow, that is a really, really cool story of how a kindness turned into finding your life partner. That's pretty awesome. But so interesting that we're reading this today. Earlier today, I had the privilege and the honor to actually read a book to one of our daughter's classes, her 2nd grade class. And the cool thing is during that session where we read, I was able to talk about kindness a little bit as we were reading through the book. So I was holding the book, reading through the book, and we were able to share bits and pieces of kindness. And one of the things that we did today was we were able to, have each of the children, students actually raise their hand, raise their right hand, and I said something like, all right, repeat after me. Today, if I see someone who needs help, I promise to do my best to help them, or something like that, right? And it was pretty awesome to be able to share that with them and share that moment with them, because I know that in our household, we've had several conversations with our daughters about making sure that if there's someone who feels left out, or if someone doesn't have somebody to play with, or if you see that someone is either crying or they're upset, or if you see someone that might need assistance or help, make sure to be the one to communicate. Make sure to be the one to go over there and help that person. Be the one. Take initiative to help that person, or at least check in on them, check with them, especially those who are your best friends, the ones that you hang out with the most, the ones that treat you kindly in their class and that type of thing. And so it's timely that we're reading through this, because you never know what that kind gesture can really do. And I take it a little bit further that if there is somebody who has or does a kind gesture towards you, whether it's opening a door, saying hello, encouraging you, they have a kind word for you, acknowledge them. Because if you acknowledge them, they're going to do it even more. So if someone does open a door for us, acknowledge them. If there is a server, I'll give you an example. This was months ago. I want to say it was maybe, at the time of this recording, it would have been 3 months ago, I want to say. Maybe 4. And we drove through a drive-in Mexican restaurant drive-through. And it's a place we had never been before. And the person on the other side of the intercom was so helpful, was kind, had great energy. So much so that when we got to the window and we got our food, I had to say something. I had to encourage that person, because never before had I ever had an experience where the person speaking from the intercom at the drive-thru was so kind, was so patient, was so warm, welcoming, and helpful. And I needed it to be known. I needed to let that person know. And guess what? I feel good, for encouraging that person. That person more than likely feels good as well for being encouraged. And more than likely, that attitude will continue because someone acknowledged that attitude and that, bright spot, which was that person. So number 1, encourage you to help someone. Number 2, encourage you to encourage when other people help you. So what are your thoughts? Feel free to share something below in the comments. Would love to connect. And we will see you on the next video, which will be video number 66. Take care. God bless you. Speak life into people and continue to always choose growth. I'm choosing to grow today. Take care.